of strangers standing in the dark.
You gotta get to the chorus.
But I had to follow you. Shit. But you did not want me to. And I tried loving you. I can't stay away. Blame it on. Blame it on. And that's I think we're trying to learn that song, so that was shit. But yeah, I think that like the way we go about writing songs kind of helps structure the way we are live. We don't practice with amps or a PA. I write the songs in a very simplistic way, and then I show the band, and we kind of we play in a living room with a piano, and we just kind of. We try to write music where it's all right for people to sit and not have to play all the time. I tried to, from the very beginning, try to find people that are more about the music instead of about masturbating the whole time with their instruments. So I think everybody here is fine with just sitting for a while and being peaceful instead of everyone needing to play all the time. So, and then when we raise the volume up, what we're going for is to maybe create the experience of giving like little tingles on your skin, and then bring it back down to really quiet. That's what we try to do. So, Portland's a very small city, but it's packed full of musicians, and a lot of those musicians are our friends. So we'll have people come through and play with us, but they have their own projects. So it's kind of like constantly rotating, and people come back. Like Dave joined the Fruit Bats last year and went out for a year with the Fruit Bats, and then just part of that like cycle of kept bringing people that like are the core of the project back for wonderful things like going to Europe, and so like I think it's been like 33 members now, but almost everybody cycles back in for a show or like a tour or something, you know. So it's kind of like a big family.
Not sleeping with each other. I think we finally learned that. 33 members later. That's the key to having harmony with so many people. Oh, this. Yeah. I don't know. Everyone in this band is very kind of gentle personality and not doing things for their own ego, and that's really the time that discord enters into a band, is when people are doing things for their own gains and not for the betterment of the group, and none of the people in this band are like that.
Michael, my younger brother, and I were raised on motorcycles, you know, out in the desert and in the woods. Oh, well, he did most of his stuff on skateboard. I think in Oregon there's a giant dune called near Lost Forest. Christmas Valley. Yeah, Christmas Valley. Anyway, I was going about 80 miles an hour and jumped about 120 feet, going very, very fast, and crashed and broke my nose this way. I think that's the most dangerous acrobatic feat I've ever.
I did a kick-ass blaster on a skateboard over the Grand Canyon one time.
That's absolutely not true.
I have a studio doing vintage poster restoration. So we get in posters from all over the world and restore them and send them back, fix them up.
I'm retired. Dave's a professional musician.
I work for a live music website called Songkick in my free time.
I worked at a music venue before I left, and I'm going to be and I'll be working at it. What do I speak into? And I'll be working for a soap company when I come back.
I don't buy that much on eBay, but I think the weirdest thing I sold on eBay was no, not my virginity. No one would want that.
Buy it now, 99 cents.
I think some old leather pants that I found, and I tried to. I had this horrible idea that I was going to buy things or find things and sell them on eBay to make a living, and some old leather pants that sold, but sold for like 20 cents or something like that.
I bought this crazy old vaudeville suitcase piano on eBay. It's like this big, and it's an actual suitcase that you would open up with actual piano strings and metal keys. And the lady that I bought it from, her mother was a vaudeville pianist and used it in performances, in vaudeville performances, and played it, carried it around. It's pretty crazy.
Nice eBay story.
It's the water.
I really have to say that it's like many things, but the top 2 or 3 things that I can think of is it's on I-5, major freeway that goes up north to south, south to north. That it was very cheap to live there, and no, not the weather.
I think Richie's right that it's a really inexpensive cost of living, so people can work less and play music more, but it's also a really, really supportive community, and there's not a whole lot of music industry there, so people don't have to compete as much for opportunity. So instead of like backstabbing each other, they're actually helping each other and, you know, playing shows together and recording together and being collaborative instead.
You could write that.
I think that we've been around in the United States long enough to where we survived that buzz band thing where you're a buzz band and then you drop and then you break up. I think so. We have a certain amount of respect in the United States because we've been around for a while. We definitely haven't had a massive amount of help. We've pretty much done almost everything by ourselves or with our friends helping us. So pretty much with our friends, like Haley Young and a countless amount of friends helped us do things that like the industry would help a band do, but they did it just basically for free or they actually paid to help us. So I think that's why we're outsiders, because we're not on the fast track of any sort of larger indie label or a major label. We've done almost literally everything by ourselves. So, well, I kept on having this reoccurring dream for years that my penis would fall off, and I would put it in my pocket, and I was like, take mental notes to get that fixed later. And then I would forget, and I'd be like, oh no, my penis is gone. But then a friend told me, like, you're ignoring important things in your life, and you need to fix that. And ever since then, those dreams have gone away. So, well, no one gets paid, so there's no reason to fire.
Nobody can get fired because nobody gets paid.
Yeah. No one gets fired. Yeah.
I fire myself every day and then rehire myself.
I mean to go back to like I believe in. I think that like every little like scene or city has like it's kind of secular, hopefully for Portland and important cities musically in the United States, but sometimes it's shit and sometimes it's great, and right now it's great. But I just like community, like playing with my friends, not being in competition with my friends, being supportive, like kind of like a larger family. That's what I believe in. So.
Is that west? Okay.
I can do it. It's up here with the stars.
No,
Eggman's gone.
that would have been west.
No, because the canal's right over there.
I know, but the sun set that way.
But the canal, I'll look at the map.
The
The canal goes north to south.
All right.
The canal goes north to south.
No, but the
Show
canal ran into the sunset because we took photos of the
The
sunset.
canal changes direction.
All right.
I'll show
The
you.
sunset.
Okay.
Typhoon.
Exactly.
Yeah, they have about 12 to 14 musicians.
Ages and ages.
Ages and ages.
My best friends, the Arcade Fire.
Yeah.
Ilabamba.
Oh yeah, Ilabamba. Most bands in Portland
Every
have.
band in Portland.
Yeah, that's way too many musicians. Yeah. But in a good way, not in a bad way. I'd like to say that I wouldn't change anything, but I would.
That scone you got that one time that was like kind of moldy.
I think every poor mistake that I've made, I've learned from. So I think it's the pain from poor mistakes that I regret, but I don't regret learning from it. So yeah, probably. Oh, actually, I would go back in time and make sure some of my ancestors were taller and more handsome. But that's out of my control right now. So.
Now she's